let's talk for a little bit. Let's talk about some Hawkeyes. I think later on to tomorrow we're going to talk about my Bruins, but well, maybe later today. But on this video, we on this live stream, we going to talk about some Hawkeyes, um, basketball, things like that. The future, Jada Williams committing to Iowa State. Um, you know, Guyton leaving. We're gonna talk a little bit about our McDonald's All American Addie deal, Addison deal. Um, yeah, we're gonna get right into it. So this is your first time. This is RC. I'm an avid Hawkeyes fan. I'm an avid UCLA Bruins fan. Those are my main teams. That's what it is. Those are my teams. I'm also a big fan of Aaliyah Chavez. So whenever she hits the floor with Oklahoma, we will be rooting for them. But yeah, let's go ahead and get off into this thing and talk about it. So yeah, Jada Williams took a visit to Iowa. She took a visit to Iowa State. I forget who else she took a visit to. She's a Kansas City native, and she decided that she wanted to go play with Artie Crooks, Addie Brown, and Iowa State. And ultimately, I'm fine with this. I'm fine with this. I'm okay with this. I'm good with this. I don't get caught up in what could have been. I also don't like the fact that Jada was 5'8". And I ain't taking nothing away from her because of her height, because small can ball. And 12 points a game. How's the defense? I don't know much about her defense. You know, um, I think she could be scoring more. So I don't know if she's capable of putting up the kind of production I want from a point guard. Her assists, you know, kind of about 4 game. Not really, not really liking her stat line. Um, so much. Not really liking her stat line so much. And, I don't know if she could move the needle for us. Again, how's the defense? It's fine. Go to Iowa State. Iowa State needs you. Audie needs you. Um, Hopefully, that she'll be okay. Running the show over there with Iowa State. They're gonna lose Emily Ryan, so hopefully, let's go ahead and get you up out of here real quick, because you just talking about some crazy stuff. So unless you want to talk women's basketball, I'm gonna have to get you up out of here. All right. So yeah, just let me know if you don't want to talk hoops. I'm gonna have to get you up out of here. Name all 7 oceans. Well, one, I don't even have my cash app up. That's for one, and for two, you know, I'm good. I'm good. I'm Gucci. Um, yeah, I mean, that's the subject of your conversation, though. That you just want to come in here and push that. So, I guess we need to get you up out of here, because you just want to come in here and push your agenda off on us. So let's go ahead and get you up out of here. Because ain't nobody even talking about that. So yeah, let's get you out of here. But yeah, let's get back to it. Y'all hit that like button as y'all come in, as you talking about some women's basketball over here, some Iowa Hawkeyes basketball. I'm not too upset at all. Actually, I'm not even upset that Jada Williams ain't coming to Iowa. I'm cool. We taking the high road over here. What's for us will be for us. And that's just kind of what it is. Same thing pertains to Aaliyah Guyton. Aaliyah Guyton don't want to be here. That's fine. Leave. You don't like it? Congrats. Get out there. See if it's another school out there for you. Division 1, Division 2, whatever. Division 8, wherever you want to go. It's fine with me. Definitely not bitter about these young kids leaving. And I was looking forward to her and her progression in here, but I seen some things that kind of let me know that she kind of wanted to be lining it up out of here. And I personally don't want anyone here that don't want to be here. Her dad or whatever, seen to put that tweet out there. That tweet, how do you get into the portal? it came true. And again, you don't want anybody with your program, with your university that don't want to be there. Sometimes it looked like she wasn't all there. Perhaps she was promised. No, she couldn't have been promised more minutes, but perhaps she wanted more minutes. Um, but then no guarantees. You got to work for it. You got to put in the work to get playing time. Nobody's going to. If I know one thing, is no one's going to give you nothing. No one's going to give you a spot on the floor just because you're a top 30, top 40, top 20 recruit. Ask Don Staley. No one's just going to say, I'm going to sit here and hand you the keys and you can't even properly handle the ball right sometimes. And you having all these turnovers build up to the crash out. What are you talking about? But yeah, if you're gonna see, sometimes it was cringe watching her handle the ball. And here's the thing about Aaliyah, she was tremendous at Peoria. So I don't want to blame her injury because we know she tore her ACL in December of 2024, and even her herself, she said she wasn't healthy this season. So what were the expectations? You played 16 minutes a game. Um, Sometimes you would kind of get it going a little bit. Other times you would just couldn't hit the side of a barn. You averaged 4.6 a game, points a game. That's not really that great. You couldn't really show that you could handle the backup point guard role. In terms of energy and effort, Taylor Strimlow, I'm gonna leave that alone because no, I'm gonna say it. Taylor Strimlow literally out hustled her, outplayed her, out rebound in terms of just grit and effort, heart and energy. And I have to say it because it's the truth, So I'm just hoping that Leah Guyton goes somewhere where she can get unleashed. I don't know if she's gonna go to a program that's gonna be winning. I mean, she could literally go anywhere. She could go NIU, Western Michigan, wherever. If you just want to put up points, she can go anywhere, but if she, contending is something that she wants to do, I don't know where she's gonna go, where she's gonna see the floor. But perhaps she'll go to her father's alma mater, Indiana. Hey, I wish her the best, but I just think the fit on this team, and then the lack of patience, and then that awful tweet that was put out there that was retracted, and then the fact that it didn't look like she was always there, seemed like she was a little dejected on the sidelines. And initially, the promise was showing, and I was like, okay, I can't wait to see her and Addison deal next season. But look, Deal will be a freshman next season, and Guyton's going to be a sophomore. So you would think that Guyton's going to clean up some things, but ultimately she just said, okay, I want to get up out of here. And to that, you can't hate that. You can't hit that. Sniper's dream, brother, nobody missing. What you talking about, Andy Smith? Build up to the crowd. I don't know. Y'all just, hey, people watching is people watching, so I'm fine with that. But as long as you don't talk like the stand off the grid dude, I'm fine with you being here. But yeah, I'm not upset at all. Congratulations to Leah Guyton and hoping her and wishing the best for a brighter future. We got to get a point guard. Lucy Olsen is gone. Lucy Olsen was wonderful for us. Um, Lucy Olsen was the reason for a lot of the wins. As crazy as it sounds. Now I don't want to take anything away from the team completely, but offensively, Lucy was responsible for a lot of the wins. And of course, you got contributions from Sydney Folter. Consistency was something that was missing from the Iowa offense this season. Even Lucy herself had struggles from time to time, and she found herself bench. So if you don't contribute, you're gonna get benched. And the brightest spot for this team was defense, and I think Aaliyah Guyton's defense didn't give. It didn't give. Um, it wasn't what I don't know if she was a defensive minded player at any point, but offensively, she's gifted. Offensively, she's talented. but she didn't know if she wanted to shoot the three. She didn't know if she wanted to go to the rim. She just seemed like she checked out. But again, I don't fret or regret losing players. The portal giveth, the portal taketh away. Just as well, top notch recruits come to your school as a freshman, and if they don't like the fact that they don't get a lot of playing time, they might be out the door. And there's nothing you can do about that because sometimes you can't change the fact that a player wants to go. You could be winning. Look at Samaya Smith. LSU wins games. LSU wins games, and Samaya Smith still won it out. You don't know why players enter the portal. Some players enter the portal because they want another fit somewhere else. Some players get off into the portal because maybe they didn't like the minutes at another school. Some players go to another team into the portal because maybe they want a bigger NIL bag. Some players, you know, they dream is a championship, and so at all costs, they're willing to do whatever it takes, and sometimes it backfires. So, look, salute to him, Jada Williams, choosing Iowa State, no animosity, no hard feelings, none. See you in the rivalry game. Aaliyah Guyton, whether she stays in the Big Ten or whether she leaves. Congrats to her, whether she goes to Indiana or whether she goes to wherever. Shoot, Colorado. I'm just throwing out a name. Just wish the best for her wherever she chooses. Um, yeah. So also, let's talk a little bit about Addison Deal, and we'll tie this into recruiting. Look, so Addison Deal played at a McDonald's All-American game yesterday. I thought she was stellar. I thought she had a bit of nerves. I will be talking about this more than once because I will be talking about players that stood out to me. It might be a video, it might be a live, but Dill played well. She didn't rush any shots. She was unselfish. Second half was a lot more composed. Had a great assist. Had a wonderful basket at the rim. She's gonna be better in the context of the team when she gets to Iowa. We all know that yesterday was like a showcase game where everybody was just trying to put their best foot forward for the most part. Some players stood out for some reason, some stood out for others. Case in point, some stood out for passing, some stood out for their ability to drive, to penetrate. Some players stood out with their dribbling ability, long range, distance making, shot making ability. Addison Dill has an extremely bright future. But one thing that I will say is this: and if you're listening, you're a Hawkeyes fan, go ahead and tap that subscribe button. We do our best to talk about the Hawkeyes as much as possible. Saying you're a Bruins fan, I'm also a Bruins fan, so hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't. But look, I want to say this, and here's what we're going to get a little bit. We're really going to go in right here. So when it comes to deal and recruiting, I'll just keep this real. 4 years ago, the great Caitlin Clark came to Iowa. Right? Right. Since Caitlin Clark came to Iowa, one of the biggest reasons why we did not cash in on the championship is because I'm a Hawkeyes fan, as much as I love the teammates she had, as much as I love the camaraderie, the chemistry, their team morale, as much as I love the way everybody fit together. Gabby Marshall's awesome three-point making and defense. As much as I love that, as much as I love McKenna Warnock's timely three-point shooting, defense, offense, Kate Martin, Swiss Army knife, rebounding, passing, scoring, all those things. Clutch shot making, as much getting to the foul line. Monica Zano running out, breaking forward in transition, getting down the court, scoring buckets. As much as I love these things, These players are super, super nice. Kate Martin is really good. Good enough that I was able to pinpoint that she could be a WNBA player and was. But here's my issue. Here's my issue. My problem is Caitlin Clark, 5-star, top 5 recruit. I said 5-star. You only get one. That's a problem. That's an issue. You want to win championships. It's not only important to get great players, elite players, phenomenal players, but making it mesh together, making it work together, building team morale, making it so that these players understand their talent and the sacrifices that they must make. I think it's imperative that you get multiple 5-star players. It's so important. Otherwise, you're gonna find yourself, if you only getting Addison Deal and you ain't getting no 5-stars from the portal and you not recruiting any, what do y'all think gonna happen? The Big Ten will continue to get greater. Right now, Juju Watkins is out. She might redshirt. My UCLA Bruins most likely going to continue to dominate this Big Ten. Everybody else going to be kind of floating around. Michigan probably hovering near the top. We'll see. This is the off season for most teams outside of 4. But look, it's important to recruit. The portal is important portal. But if we don't recruit, if we only gonna get one 5-star player every 4 years, how the hell we gonna be winning championships? We gonna go to the round of 32. We might make it to the tournament, which if we don't get somebody in here to replace Lucy Osa's point production, what are we gonna do if we don't? We're gonna be young. We're gonna have Hannah Stokey as a senior. We're gonna have Taylor McCabe as a senior. We're gonna have Kylie Fearback as a 5-year senior. We're gonna have Jada Jemfy as a senior, and she doesn't even play. And I thought she should have played this year, but she plays super sparingly. I, I don't know if Coach Jan Jensen is probably going to do Jada Jemfy like AJ Edinger. She's probably going to play her sparingly in her senior year. Unfortunately, everybody's not going to play, but I'm very concerned because you can't go into next year. Like, I'm super high on Addison Deal, but my smarts of the game say you can't try to depend all on her as a freshman. It worked with Michigan. Silas Swords, Olivia Olsen. I can't think of all those freshmen. It worked, but maybe Michigan caught lightning in a bottle. I mean, and then they have the talent. They was able to get to what, in the second round. I think they made it to the Sweet. What they make it to? I can't remember. All I know is Michigan got beat down by Notre Dame, who in turn turned around and lost to TCU. This tournament is nuts. More in the tournament later. But when I look at this, I can't just count on Addison Deal. I don't. Hopefully she'll start. I don't know if she will or won't. But Hannah Stokey, it's a make or break season for you. It is. If you want to play pro ball, maybe she don't. Maybe it ain't something she care to do. But if she wants to play pro ball, if Hannah Stokey wants to play professionally in the WNBA, damn it, next season she's going to have an incredible campaign. That's not going to translate to the W, folks. So, I mean, she's at best, Kylie and McCabe are college players, and that's what they'll max out at. So, everybody can't go to the W. We know this. So, but if they shoot well, who knows? Fearback has to get better if she can get better. Hannah Stokey has to stop dribbling so much. She has to work on free throws. She has to work on her post game, her footwork. Just continue to get better around the rim. She needs to add a mid-range shot. I'm tired of talking about it, but Hannah needs to add a mid-range game, but she might never do it because she hasn't done it in 3 years. So, this team could be in a lot of trouble, but I think positive, and I think that we have a lot of youth on our team, and I think that we're going to continue to play defense, and we're going to hang our hat on that. I think that we're going to continue to play fast. Addison Deal, pace pusher, Taylor Strumlow, pace pusher, Ava Hayden. Ava Hayden had a wonderful postseason. She got it going. She really trended upward towards the end of the season. So hey, Ava Hayden, um, for all practical purposes, I feel like she should start next season. However, because I don't think Hannah is a five. I don't. I'm in that pack. I don't feel Hannah Stokey is a five, and I feel that she's a four unless she's able to stretch her game out. And I feel like Ava should start. So it's going to be very competitive next season. We're going to bring in Journey Houston, Layla Hayes, and Addison Deal. But as we all know with freshmen, um, even if they take the world by storm, it's still a lot that they haven't seen. It's a lot of adversity that they might not be used to. They're still going to be adjusting to the collegiate game. So even if they take the world by storm, it's things that they just have not seen yet that they may or may not be ready for. Um, and ultimately, the way I see it, I don't know if this team is going to be capable of winning 21 games, 22 games. Like this year's team, I literally said we win 22 or 22 games, and we won 23 and 11, and we finished the season with like 21 wins. But I just don't know if I see that upcoming. And the reason why I don't see that is just because we're losing so much. We're losing Lucy. We're losing the heart and soul of rebounding, defense, heart and hustle, and Sydney Floater. It really depends. Before I could definitively say that we're going to be a sub 500 team, I have to see what we're going to do in the portal. And misfiring on Jada Williams does not concern me. Um, Now, what I want this team to do, I doubt it. But they really need to look at upgrading the two guard, adding another ball handler, and then there's 1,000 players out here. You mean to tell me that you can't get involved? We're getting a really good piece coming back. I don't want to talk about everything because I want to save some content so when I make videos. But I could think of 3 to 5 players for this Hawkeyes team. Now, obviously, players don't fit what the Hawkeyes want to do. Like Cody McMahon, the way she talked about Iowa, she ain't coming here. That's fine. I'm good with that. She ain't got to come here. We don't need her. She's probably going to go to LSU, something like that. She's fine. But with me, what's going on, Snowman? What's going on? But me myself personally, I could think of 3 to 5 players I want to come here. Because we need scoring, we need ball handling. Again, Lucy Olsen leaving, that's gonna hurt this team. When she was off the court, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. There's times that things did not look aesthetically pleasing. Our shots were hard to come by. We hung our hat on defense. But I believe in the coach. I think Jan Jensen will be able to. If we could pull Lucy Olsen from the portal, then we should be able to pull somebody else from the portal that's going to suffice. Um, if we'll be a freshman and sophomore heavy team if we don't make changes. And I'm not saying you can't win games that way, but it's going to be hella hard to do so in a very competitive Big Ten where I feel, even though Juju is going to be out, USC is going to have Jazzy Davidson. She looked great yesterday in the McDonald's Girls All-American game, McDonald's All-American, and she could play. I was high on her even before I seen her play yesterday. And USC will return Avery Howe. She's going to be a sophomore. Kenny Smith's going to come back. So they're going to be competing. What's going on, William? They're going to be competing. And they're going to be in that top range. UCLA is still going to be there no matter what happens this year. Number 2 ranked player in the country, and Sienna Betts coming in. So we're going to be floating. My Bruins are going to be floating at the top as well. I don't know what's going to happen with Indiana. Maybe they might get a Leah Guyton. William, what you think about that? You heard about Leah Guyton taking off earlier in the video. I talked about the departure of Guyton and how I feel about it. I ain't hurt. I'm not even hurt. I expected it to happen. I expected Leah Guyton to leave. She simply looked like her heart wasn't in it anymore. The tweet her father put out, then he subtracted it after he said, "How do you put a player in the portal?" or whatever he said. I'm paraphrasing. That let me know, because that tweet just felt too real. Like it felt like, oops, don't hit send. Okay, I did hit send. Let me go out there and grab that tweet back. Which you never can, because in this society where everything is documented, when you put it on the internet, you can't take it away. People got that screenshot, and I seen it floating in some Hawkeyes groups, and I was like, okay, this thing looks legitimate to me. So wherever she goes, I wish her the best. I thought that it would be her and Addison Deal in the backcourt for the future, but hey, we gotta soldier on, guys. We got to soldier on. Jada Williams committed to Iowa State today. The guard that hit the portal from Arizona. She originally committed to UCLA when Kiki Rice did, but I think Kiki Rice kind of like made her say, "Let me go somewhere else." And that's something else is interesting too. People said that maybe, the fact that Addison Deal was coming and the fact that Jada Williams might come here made Aaliyah Guyton bolt. And I don't think it was that. I just think it's that she expected more playing time. And neither her or her father got that. The bid from LSU and Olivia Miles needs to come to Iowa. Now, William, I know you want everybody to come to Iowa. You want everyone to come to Iowa, and I don't blame you. You know who I want? Hey, what's going on? Go relax. You know who I want? Now, I was obviously gonna say this for a separate, like a video, but do I want Lauren Betts? Do I want Lauren Betts? Honestly, since I'm also a Bruins fan, I want her to stay there, because at least I'm gonna have one of my teams got a chance to do something special, right? And if the refs stay the hell out of it, UCLA has a chance to do something special. So I don't want to strip away from my other team. What I want, William, and no, it's not Cody McMahon. Cody McMahon can beat it on down the road. She can go wherever. No, Caitlin Clark is legendary, and that must all remain intact. I want. I see what you said, but if you know how Cody has some choice words for Iowa, ain't no way she has some words with our fans, so ain't no way she coming here. I'm gonna just tell you, but be on the lookout for me to talk about this as well in the video. I want Yarden, William. You know Yarden, Garzon from Indiana. I want Yarden to come here because her 3-point shooting is super elite, and that way, if McCabe is off, Garzon, she can go off from 3-point range, and she can handle the ball, and she can initiate the offense, and she's a good rebounder, and she's got really tall height for a guard. I think she is 6'3". Um, yeah, I don't know if she wants like to like go after championships, then obviously this probably ain't gonna work for her. But if she wants to feel the culture, feel the love, the community, if she wants to be around, a wonderful coach, great coaching staff, if she want to be around, great fans, then I think Garzon should come here because she could absolutely shoot that thing, and we could use a lot of shooting. So you know, I know a lot of people might not be familiar with her, but her game is really good. Strong and Fudd from UConn. Everybody is not they are not coming here. Um, Fudd is staying one more year to work on her offensive game at UConn. Honestly, I think William, to be honest with you, we just got to recruit better. I talked about that maybe 15 minutes before you got here. We need to recruit better. We cannot. I don't know if you were here then, but we cannot go every 4 years with just one 5-star recruit. We can't do it. We simply cannot just say, okay, Caitlin Clark 4 years ago, awesome, electric, legendary career, great teammates, great chemistry. But when we fast forward, we notice that it didn't lead. It led us to historic places like the national title game, but we didn't get the job done. We didn't get it done, and so now we fast forward 4 years, and we got I guess the rain is slowing down. We got Addison Deal, and Addison Deal is coming in 5-star, approved, certified approved, ready to hoop. And what I noticed is from the girls' game yesterday, the McDonald's All American game, she very humble, she very composed, she was unselfish. While it seemed like a lot of players was unselfish. Now I get it. The girls and the boys McDonald's All American game feels like an All Star game. But you always have players who are like if you look at Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark had a pedestrian game in the All Star game last season where everybody else was showing out. Because every year you have a guard or two who just content to just, okay, I'm going to set everybody else up. Let everybody else get hot. Derrick Rose used to do it. Penny Hardaway used to do it. I'm going to set everybody else up. I'm going to let everybody else get theirs. I'm going to throw alley oops and, I'm going to throw back doors. I'm going to throw pretty passes, things like that. So, yeah, I wanted to see more from her offensively unlocked, but that don't happen at Iowa. All 5-star recruits should come to Iowa every single year. Yeah, but you know where they're going though? You know where they're going. They're going to, I'm not gonna say that this is a little biased, but maybe it's not biased, but because maybe it's not, because I noticed this. First I said Don Staley is just getting all the recruits. But then I noticed something. She keeping the top players in her state put. And that's so important. And LSU was able to get Devan Borge from Iowa. She is from Iowa. What in the world is our Iowa hometown star kid? Yes, we got Journey Houston. Yes, we kept Journey Houston in Iowa. Outstanding. Thumbs up. But Devan Borge, a complete dog, a complete hooper, she going to LSU. Zakia Johnson was hooping yesterday. It takes more than one, folks. What I got to do? Do a video and we all need to share it everywhere? Make an Iowa video? It takes more than one. It takes 2, 3. Sometimes it might even take 4. It's nothing wrong with 4 stars. They're amazing. 3 stars. They can overachieve and be really good. But it takes elite. You know why we need elite prospects? You know why we got to have 5-star player? Because look around. Look around. UConn, 5-star players. Paige Beckers, Sarah Strong, AZ Fudd. And then you round out your team. And then you go ahead and you get your players to be 4 stars, 3 stars. You get your defenders, immaculate defenders, excellent, rebounders around them, role players. Look at UCLA. Lauren Betts, top recruit, top transfer. Kiki Rice, inconsistent at times, but another top recruit, 5-star. And when her shot ain't falling, she gets involved in other ways, rebounding, making assists, things like that. Look at South Carolina. Needless to say, look at all those McDonald's All-Americans, 5-star. We need it. We gotta have it. We can't just be out here. It wouldn't matter to me, William and Chat, if Addison Deal, I'm gonna be blunt. If Addison Deal came in and averaged 25, 26 points a game next season, you know what I would say? I would say, oh man, that's amazing. But how many wins did we win? Did it translate to wins? And what was everyone else doing? I need to look around and see that everybody's involved. And not just that, you can't win with one star. I couldn't tell you the last time a team won with just one star on their team. Addison Dale coming to Iowa may be partly due to CC. Yeah, I was watching an interview about an hour ago. That has a lot to do with it. That's not the only reason why she came, but that has a lot to do with why she came. Don't know why people don't want to come here when the fan base is awesome. And I think that's a huge part of why players should come here. Caitlin Clark gave us a tremendous boost, made players like Addie think about. I mean, Jen Jensen had been wanting to get. No, they reached out to Addie I think as a freshman, so that seed was already planted, and it came to fruition. It grew. And Addie and Jen hit it off. So when we thought that she might leave because Lisa Bluter stepped down, turns out her relationship with Jen Jensen is pretty great. And that's pretty much, what kept Addie here. I just hope no more departures, and I know you probably with me, William. I just hope no more departures. The future is promising for Tegan Mulaney. You say you think we should be pretty good next year. I think the future is promising for her. I want to see Taylor Strimlow continue to grow. Some people think she'll be our next Sydney Folter. But again, though, you cannot just count on one player. Like, I want to see Deal flourish. I want to see other players overachieve on this team. I think Ava Hayden should be our starting center. I really feel like Hannah needs to get a jump shot. What's going on, Charles? Charles, fast fact, man. I've really been trying to get into hockey, man, and I think I am getting into it, man. Like, I do have my teams, but I really think I'm locking in. And I really think I'm gonna be dialed into this year's NHL playoffs. Now, pivot real quick, real fast. Charles, I don't know if you've seen it last night, but the Minnesota Timberwolves and Denver Nuggets, I'm a T-Wolves fan, y'all know that. Man, that game was insane. Bananas, bonkers, nuts, amazing. 2 overtimes. Jokic with 61 points. And the Minnesota Timberwolves found a way to pull it out at the end because of 2 blunders. But it might be time for Russell Westbrook to go sit down. It might be time for Russell Westbrook. We won that game because of Russ. So thank you, Russ. We appreciate you for wearing the Minnesota Timberwolves jersey under your Denver Nuggets jersey. Because, man, that game was awesome. And the Timberwolves needed that game. And the NBA playoffs are right around the corner. So, y'all know me. I'm going to watch my women's hoops. And then I'm going to get back to my NBA. But I caught that game last night, and I was just, that was a great game. So we're talking about 5-star recruits should be coming to Iowa every single year. Right. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Just stop for a brief second to talk about the NBA real quick because of my Timberwolves. But the Flyers ain't going to the playoffs. I don't think so, are they, Charles? But you know what? To kind of bring this thing back around full circle, man, let's just say Aaliyah Guyton, congratulations. I hope you found where you want to go. Jada Williams going to Iowa State after visiting Iowa. Hey, I'm fine with it. I'm good with that. What else? Addison Deal. She looked pretty good out there yesterday at the McDonald's All-American game. I would preface people to not do not compare her to Caitlin Clark. Let this girl cook on her own wavelength. Please don't do. Because y'all gonna see my face so much, y'all gonna get sick of it if people start comparing her to Caitlin Clark. Because, and she said in the interview, next video or whatever, I'm gonna put the link so y'all can see. Maybe I'll put it in my community post. Y'all might want to learn a little bit more about Addison Deal. Maybe y'all didn't see this interview. I'm gonna put it in the maybe a community post. I'm gonna post a link and so y'all to go check that out, because they're nothing. I don't think they're nothing alike, folks. I do think that Deal shots that she wants, and I think Jen will be okay with that if she's being a good playmaker, if we play defense. But simply put, we all the crooks should transfer to Iowa. Now she gonna stay put. They getting help over there for her. But yeah, if we don't get anyone else, to come to Iowa, like, we're gonna get somebody from the portal. It's too many people for us not to get somebody. It's over 1,000 people. Did y'all hear me? It's 1,000 people. People, ladies and gentlemen, robots and aliens, listen to me. There's over 1,000 people in the portal. We gotta get somebody. I have my favorites. I don't want to name them all because I might want to talk about it later. Or maybe we might get one of them. Maybe I should say their names. So if we get one of them, I can say, wow, they were listening to me. But yeah, 1,000 players in this portal. Iowa, you got to get somebody. Guyton leaving opens a spot. We already had 2 spots open. We might have 3. Olivia Mouse will be incredible. But you know where I think she's going to go? I think she's going to end up in Duke, UConn, because Paige is leaving. Because you got to remember, people are pivoting. People are going to throw that bag. And people are going to go where the bag is and where they feel like they're going to win a championship. If you was to ask me right now on the spot, you say, RC, well, when can Iowa win a championship? When can Iowa compete for a championship again? And I would tell you, this is my honest opinion. If you were to ask me, when do I think Iowa can make it back to a national title game? First off, I'm going to tell you, we bet not waste Addison Deal. And Addison Deal might be sweet and humble and a great person, but these days in the portal, do not think your star will not depart. Neil Ivey, Notre Dame coach, do not think your star will not leave. I know that our star, like Addison Deal, might say, damn, I'm tired of putting up 25 points and we only going to the first round, we getting bounced. I don't want to go to the NIT. I want to win. I want, she's going to get the exposure. Caitlin Clark made it so if you can hoop a little bit, you're going to get the exposure. Lucy Olsen hit radars that she never hit for Villanova playing for Iowa. What somebody say? Gee, I don't know. They talking craziness. I almost say when you see somebody talking crazy, get them up out of it. Let me get them up out of here. I'm just gonna put them in timeout for a sec. What does? Oh, I read it. Gino said some nasty about CC fans, so I'm pissed at him. He said some nasty things. How come I didn't? I think Gino is arrogant. I think he's very arrogant. Obviously, I want UCLA to beat UConn. I just hope the referees stay out of it. Like, if Caitlin would have went to Connecticut, Gino would have a much better defender. And Caitlin's a cooker. Now, cooker meaning tremendous offensive talent, elite. She has to become a dog defender. And if she can't become a dog defender, Caitlin has to become a stellar defender. She needs to become a better defender. It doesn't matter if she has to sacrifice some of her offensive game, simply because we have better talent this season, the Fever do. So if she has to not score. Well, nobody wants. Let me take that back. Don't nobody want to come to a game and see Caitlin Clark scoring 12 points. Like, no. Sue Bird is one of my favorite players, but Sue Bird and Caitlin Clark, like talent wise, Clark blows out the water, but Sue was the ultimate floor general. And I just know that don't nobody want to come to a game and watch Caitlin Clark score 12 points. So Caitlin Clark is gonna have to just be able to multitask. She's gonna because everybody else is gonna play defense. So she's gonna have to just make that effort, play defense, be reasonable about it, be legit about it, and Stephanie White said she would demand as much. And the thing question needs to be asked to Caitlin, like, okay, are you willing to do whatever it takes to win a championship? And if it's yes, then if they say, would you willing to commit to defense to win a championship? And the answer is yes, that's only going to gain her more credibility because there's some people that just simply just want to see, her giving all to the defense the way she does on offense. And they say defense wins championships. I want her offensive game. Maybe I'm selfish. I want her offensive game to be unlocked all the way. And I think that there's players on this team that can cover for her if she isn't a great defender. But ultimately, I do think that she just needs to be at the bare least subpar about it. So Gino said the fan base was delusional and stupid. CC had the wrong skill set. He just that sounds like hater shit. That sounds real. That sounds like hater stuff. Gino, I don't know. Maybe he's been around too long. It's a possibility. No, I mean, come on now. He's been coaching for like 35 years. He probably just needs to. I don't know how many more years he's. I don't know how many more years he's gonna coach. He's starting to give grumpy old man vibes. You guys ever seen that movie with Walter Matthau and damn, who's the other man? I can't think of him. Walter Matthau, grumpy old man. Damn, what was the other man's name? Can't think of it. It's gotten away from me. Anybody else watch movies out there like that? But I just can't. It's right there it's in the back of my brain, on the tip of my tongue. But Gino is giving those grumpy old man vibes, and it just for whatever reason I can't think of that character's name right now. But we'll just say it one more time. Anybody out there that remembers the movie Grumpy Old Man and had a sequel, we know that Walter Matthau was one of the characters, but who was the other guy that played with him? But yeah, in closing, y'all, just hoping that the Hawkeyes get somebody in the portal, worth their salt, somebody that's good. Um, Again, for the final time, best of wishes to Leah Guyton. I want to see where she lands. Kudos to Jada Williams for at least coming out to Jada Williams for coming out and taking a visit to Iowa. At least she came through. And let that be a lesson though. Like just because somebody comes out and visit your college, just because somebody comes out and visit your university, don't mean they're coming. And that's why I was like, I'm not finna spend time making like videos on Jada Williams. I'm not about to say what if Jada Williams, when Jada Williams, because it's the same thing with these college players. Jordan Spicer, Bryn McGaughy, those are two players I really wanted to come to Iowa. I sat there, I recorded videos, and it's fine. But I really wanted them to come to Iowa. Spicer chose K State, Kansas State. McGaughy chose Washington. And I was just a little set back because I was like, man, I really wanted them to join Addison Deal. Like, it's fine. Layla Hayes is coming. Top 50 recruit. what is she? 4 stars, 6'5". That's great. She's out of Alaska. Hope she lives up to what her height and more. Johnny Houston never stops moving, hard worker, defender, good shooter, can attack the rim. Johnny Houston, a lot to versatile, can play multiple positions. Very happy to have her. Um, but I just think that the Big Ten is just so competitive. And it's just so competitive that you gotta make sure you recruiting top notch talent. You know, um, I do think that we'll be in a. I don't think we have anything to worry about. We'll be in a Big Ten tournament next season. Um, we're not going to be in the bottom three. That's for sure. Our defense and the competitive edge is going to be there. I believe so. Jan will see to it. Jan will coach up the team the right way. But talent wise, offensively, we need to get help. Um, and I think the one shining light, I think the one shining light is that the portal giveth and the portal taketh away. So you can get great pieces in the portal and they can leave. You can recruit great players and they can leave. But just as well, vice versa, we can recruit a great player like an Addison Deal, who in turn could be so fabulous on court, and we might even overachieve. That maybe some of these players that I said I wanted might come later. Like if we show that we can win, if we show that we can defend, if we show, that we can compete and win games, you never know what might happen. Brand McGauley might say, you know what, I've been in Washington for a year or two, and guess what? I'm ready to go over to Iowa. You know, um, yeah, but that's pretty much it for this video. I mean, I do appreciate y'all for coming out, popping through. Normally, I don't stay on this long, but I definitely wanted to touch on these things and talk some Iowa Hawkeyes with you guys. If you're a Hawkeyes fan, hit that like buttons. Go ahead and sub. We gonna keep the Hawkeyes content rolling. Last off season, we talked about the Hawkeyes the whole off season, and that was fantastic. So we just want to keep that going. Um, and Caitlin Clark was gonna go to Notre Dame, so that would have been crazy. Notre Dame and all they struggles. Since you say you want everybody to come to Iowa, well, tell me, how would you feel if Gino was regretting not having recruited Clark, and so he disparaged her and her fans? It makes him look like a classist fool. Yeah, it's just time is coming. It's almost about time for him to get his grumpy old self out of Dodge. Um, you really don't pay too much attention to him. I really don't. Like I said, the guy seems really arrogant. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. We gonna shut it down right here, and I'm gonna holler at you guys later. Stay tuned. We're gonna try to keep this content coming. We got the Final Four coming up. Go Bruins, go! Y'all know what it is. It's RC. Salute to everybody that came through. Salute to y'all. Salute to Charles. Salute to William. Everybody that popped through here. Snowman. Salute to Andy. Salute to Nate. Everybody that just came through. Even the trolls. Even though I had to get them up out of here. But with that, I'm gonna catch y'all later. All right. Peace out.